Hello, everybody. This is Carl, and welcome to the Wolf Official Show. Today, we're going to be talking about minimizing clutter and simplifying your life. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I think that minimizing clutter and simplifying your life consists primarily of being patient, decluttering, owning less, and taking on a lot fewer projects. I would say that I've never had a lot of possessions in my life. For the most part, I just have, right now, a blow-up mattress, and there's hardly any kitchenware in my house. I definitely rent. I don't own, simply because I'm more focused on my career, and that requires moving around a lot. And it doesn't mean that you have to live this lifestyle, but it's what's worked for me. Pretty much everything I have, I could put it in my car. So it's nice. I'm able to get around a lot easier, and I'm able to take on more opportunities. I am single, and I'm not married. I don't have kids or anything like that. So I primarily am focused on my career. And I'm in the information technology area. And I work on computers, and I primarily, right now I'm studying for an exam called the CCNA, which is the Cisco Certified Network Associate, so that I can be more specific in my career of focus. But what's really helped me out a lot with simplifying my life is to not have so much on my plate. I don't take on, like I said, I don't take on a whole lot of projects. For me, right now, I was taking on music. I had this Shopify store. I had a university I was trying to run. There were so many different projects in addition to me studying for this exam to get the CCNA certificate, and I was really stressing out, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So this has helped me out a lot, having a simple life. So recently I got rid of my Wolf Official University, all the videos. I just backed them up to my hard drive, and I have a much better feeling about this because I don't have this Printful store that I'm running where I'm creating t-shirts. Basically, I was listening to a podcast or an audio book by Grant Cardone, somebody I follow, and he was talking about selling, and he said that no, you can't expect anybody to possibly buy from you if you're not sold. And so that got me thinking. I was like, and then he was mentioning, do you believe in the products? And I had to stop for a second and realize that, no, I don't believe in these products at all. I don't think the user experience is well. So I went back to podcasting, and podcasting has ultimately been where I'm going to stay at. It's a lot easier for me. I don't have to get all pretty and stuff. I can just record. And what was I going to say? So along the lines of taking on fewer projects, that's what I'm saying. It's important for me, just focusing on a handful, maybe less. So I got my day job, right? This is how my day is broken up. I got my day job. I have the music that I'm always working on and making a passion out of, which means I go to recording studios and I open GarageBand on my computer, and then I record some lyrics, and then when it comes time, I book the appointment to go to the recording studio, and then that's pretty much that. I love going to recording studios and recording songs, and I really love making music videos. Especially on the weekend, I can make music videos and stuff, or take time off. And so on top of that, then I'll do podcasting, which podcasting is absolutely 100% right up my alley, because I could literally make a podcast in my car. I could do it wherever, right from my smartphone. 1 second, I need to take a drink. I can do it from my phone. I can write on my piece of paper what I want to do as far as like the show notes and stuff like that goes. And the other thing too is I work out. I like to hit the gym. So when I get off work after a long day, I like to go straight to the gym, lift some weights, and then when I come home, I like to work on my podcast, and that's that. And then maybe work on the music, and that's I think that's pretty much it. Like I don't write blog posts anymore or anything like that, and I can read and do as I please. In the meantime, it's all about simplifying your life, whatever works for you. You know, I spent I spent so many I spent so much time actually taking on too many projects and just a lot of headaches and stuff like that. And as far as money goes, I've actually come up with a pretty interesting idea as far as making money goes. And I need your support. So we talked about how podcasting, really helps out and stuff like that. And it's the best way for me to get my message across, to teach you, nothing too technical, but mostly things that you're going to be able to benefit from. And audio is just a lot better way. It's more effective for me. Blog posts, I don't see myself really creating any more blog posts. I think the future is audio and stuff like that. So getting back to the money, so there I was the other night when I was thinking about the money that I have and the debts that I owe, especially, like the main one is the student loan. And the more that I think about it, being a college graduate, I graduated college at UNLV in Vegas. I got a business marketing degree. It's a 4-year degree. It took me 10 years, but I finally finished. And I'm thinking about all this debt that I have, right? And I'm like, dang, there's no way in my current job. And I love IT. I don't want to get out of IT. I absolutely love it. I believe in computers and learning more about them and stuff like that. And so I just looking at it, if I get this system administrative job, then it's going to increase my income a lot. It's gonna help me out a lot and pay down debt, and that's what I ultimately want to do. I want to go back to being debt free, and so I was afraid because podcasting wasn't going to make me any money, right? But then I always go back to the basic principle of making money, and it's adding more value to other people's lives, and ultimately that's what this is all about, building the brand. And what I'm asking is help. I realize that I am not making the kind of money that I want. I'm a college graduate, I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and that there's no way I'm going to make money through blogging and stuff like that. There's no way that I can keep it up. I don't like typing huge long blog posts, but I definitely like to talk to you. And so one of the things that I'm going to start doing is asking for donations. What do they call it? Being a patron, or just asking people to give, to help, to support me. I have huge dreams. I don't know if I'll have a link in the post now, because I'm actually still in the show notes, because right now I'm still looking for a solution. I'm thinking of working with Stripe, the payment processor, or PayPal, or whatever, and leaving links in there so that people can donate and help me pay down my student loan debt so I can pursue my career in IT and ultimately getting smart enough on computers that I can make people's lives easier. I believe that the future is helping out with I want to work on robots, and I want to work on things that make people's lives easier as well as the robots' lives easier. And I genuinely like people, and I genuinely want to help them. I'm a very forgiving person. And I just feel like why I might be doing this all wrong. Like why don't I just try asking for money? Being able to receive money is one thing, or making money is one thing, but being able to receive money is another thing. And that's where I'm at in life. I was like, in order to pay down my student, or in order to pay down my student loan and the other, my car debt and my last credit card, I need to ask for help. And that's kind of what I'm learning to do. So I just simplified my life a lot, and I decided that, I do have a lot of knowledge, and I do like helping people, and I can do it best through podcasting. So I'm going out on faith here. I don't really have any products other than my music and the day job that I have. I do little stock investing and stuff like that, but for the most part, I really believe that I can make the money that I want and I can raise money. So I'm learning everything I can about raising money and helping, and I'm helping other people along the way. So it's not like I'm just asking money. I'm doing this so that you can buy into me. You can buy into my hard work ethic. I'm selling myself here. I have a very good work history. I'm on LinkedIn. You can see I'm actually pursuing higher education after I get certified in IT for a lot of different security, working in the security working in the security sector. I'm going to keep pursuing it, and ultimately my goal is to raise money again to pay for my master's degree. And I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm still pretty young. I'm 29, but I know I want to get a master's degree in at UNLV in business, and I want to get an MBA because I want to be a manager. I'm just not sure where. Probably in IT, maybe a project manager. Excuse me. And so that's kind of where I'm heading. I don't know exactly. Maybe stay in the construction area. So yeah, I'm really thankful to be here today. I pray a lot and I ask for forgiveness a lot, and I'm always writing the goals in my life, and I feel like I'm attracting a lot more people. I have a much better social life. I'm just so thankful, and I'm ready to receive, and so if any of you guys can ever help me out, I know there's people out there, and this is the best way to reach them, is I just really need help, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I made this podcast not just to beg you for money. It's not completely it's not completely like that. It's the fact that whatever I'm doing, I'm not getting there fast enough. And my goal is to be a billionaire. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't have that kind of money. Well, what helps is with podcasting is every little bit helps. And I'm getting to the point now where if I can help more people, think about it. Like there's like I get about 100 downloads per episode now, and eventually I want to get to 1,000, and then 10,000, and 100,000, and 1 million sort of thing, or 100 million. So I just keep trying to go up. And as you can see, each episode could potentially bring in a lot of money if I raise it. And so I'm not focusing on that completely, right? I just know it'll happen if I just stick with it. So I'm not, my whole idea is this is the best way for you to get to know me, and I'm trying to just kind of focus on that. But I wanted to slowly introduce that, and I wanted to be transparent with you, and that is my strategy, is to just basically raise money and have faith. And I always keep my day job, right? I'm always working, but for the most part, I want to do this because I want to network with people, and I just really want to help people, and I think this is the best way. So one of the strategies that I'm going to do is I'm going to print out some business cards of my podcast, and I'm going to put them in magazines everywhere. I'm going to put them at bus stops. I'm going to do the best I can not to litter and pollute the earth, but I'm definitely going to be strategic about who I give my business cards to, because I feel like that's going to be a great way to get to know me better. Don't you agree? So, and then who knows, maybe I can start talking with people and networking them and getting into conferences and speaking. And, I've been through so much lately, and I've learned a lot about life and simplifying it and minimizing the clutter. And gosh, I've just been so free, man, it's been a rough journey. I've pretty much been through some crazy stuff. I've been completely poor. Now I'm getting there. I built a little savings, but I'm still using that to pay down debt, and everything is cash flow. And I've just been through a lot, like with my family, just being more of a man and reading a lot and studying people who are a lot further ahead than me. I've just been through so much. And I'm here today because I work hard and I never give up on myself. I remember the day when I knew I had to make a decision. I've been a high school state champion wrestler. I've been a wrestling champ. I've always worked hard, but I've never really understood life and believing in yourself. And one day I was like, you know what? I need to make a decision. And that decision was to join the Marine Corps. And when I did, that was the best decision because it gave me a lot of confidence. But it didn't stop there. It wasn't complete after I got out of the Marine Corps. I I definitely went back to college. Lived with my dad for a little bit, and I was debt free then. And then I decided, I'm gonna go to college now. So then I went right back into debt. And did the degree pay off? That's a whole nother podcast. But what it did teach me is it taught me how to work hard. And that led me to where I'm at now, pursuing even further specific education with IT. So I will never say that college isn't worth it, because it made me, it really enforced my drive to achieve and to learn more. And but yeah, my life has been pretty crazy as far as parents not wanting me to live with them, and that's fine. And we'll do another podcast on that later, but so you can get to know me more. But for the most part, it's been really hard, And I never had money. I've always dreamed of having a lot of money, and I've always saved money. I was always tight. I'm really good with it and controlling it. But for now, I'm where I'm at now, and I'm doing pretty well financially. Maybe one day I'll get comfortable enough to tell you like some of the numbers, but for the most part, I'm not. I don't know. It's really humbling because I didn't have a whole lot of money. I hope you guys know that I didn't have money. That, like, I was always really struggling, and there was times when I had negative, like my net worth was just really negative. Really low, and then I finally I figured some things out, some basic things and some different mental ways of looking at life to change. Not basically, it was reading. Reading books really helped me out, and I've taken reading books a lot more seriously now. And now that I'm on my own and I'm focused, but I want you to know that just because you're at one place in life and you're low doesn't mean like the next the next decade can't be like great. So I want you to know that I didn't come from I came from humble beginnings, I guess, but I didn't have money, and it took me a long time to figure out how to get myself into a position where I can upgrade. I can, what do you call that? I was using the word today. I'm always trading up in life. I'm always making my next move, and I don't quit things until I have another thing lined up. And so, it's like you don't quit a job until you have another one, or you don't quit someone you're dating until you have another one. That's controversial, but you get the idea. It's appreciating what you have. And so I was kind of looking, I'm here on the Huffington Post right now, looking at some of the different things that are ways to like simplify your life. And one of the biggest things for me was I was selling, excuse me, I was selling a lot of my stuff around the house to declutter, but also to turn a profit. And eventually I learned, don't just forget the small stuff, Your time is more important than anything. You got to maximize your time, and we all have so much time during the day. And I feel like when you raise money, like for me, like I can reach a lot of people, right? I'm not wasting my time writing a blog post or shooting a video with great quality. And that may be for you, but for me, it's not. And so that I forget the small stuff. And I know that I'm very persuasive. I'm just not that great of a writer, and your version of a simpler life is going to be a lot different than mine. I genuinely wake up in the morning and I have a 3-bedroom house, it's a 3-bedroom house. I live on top of a business, and I have like empty rooms and stuff in here. And to me, it's interesting because it's just me, I don't have a whole lot of possessions. Like you walk in, you're like, why is there like nothing in here? I literally have, like, it came with a fridge, it came with a stove, so if I ever leave, I don't have to take it with me. I have a blow-up mattress, I have a suitcase, and like 5 hangers with outfits on them, or 7 hangers with outfits on them of clothes, and I have a little portable. My bathroom is very minimal. I don't have much. You could put all my restroom stuff into a little bag, like those travel bags, and you could literally fit everything in there, and so I could get up and go. I have a bug out bag because I'm a Marine. You know what I'm saying? Like I have things in case things hit the fan that allow me to get from where I'm at to where I need to be. Like if I need to go, I have a bag, and I also have my car. It just has some stuff in there to survive. And then that'd be a cool little episode, don't you think? And then I have what else? Not much. I'm pretty much. I wake up, I go to work, I work on this podcast, I lift weights, I keep hold of my body, keep good shape of my body, and then my music. Obviously, my music. I have a dream to travel the world eventually, and to record music. And I'm really gonna need your help then, because I really want to. I want to have enough money saved up, earning like dividends, relying on some of the dividends. Maybe take some break off of work to go travel, and to live off the dividends, of course, and also to raise even more money for my music sales and from you guys here on my podcast, and just, I really believe in this so much. Gosh, and I'm just so thankful to be here today. I feel like every day is a day to be grateful for. What are we made up of? We're made up of matter and energy or something like that, right? And so it just amazes me that we're alive. And I've read so many books on just being alive, and I'm really happy to be here today, and I'm happy to be doing this podcast. I think I've never really, when I growing up, I wasn't never really this thankful, and anything can happen. But for the most part, I feel like there's always going to be some cracking that happens in our lives, some shifting of the plates, and like our lives kind of just go in a different direction. But I think when you let go and you have faith that things are going to work out, your whole life is going to be just so much better. So I really want to encourage you to have a lot of faith in yourself, to make sure that you're constantly believing, and don't you ever give up on yourself, because that's all you have. And when your whole world crumbles and the people that you love leave you, all you have is yourself. And that's what better person to work on and invest in than yourself. So I'll encourage you to get rid of some of the things around your house that aren't serving you. Donate them. Donating is a great way to do it. Limit the decisions that you have to make. And I just wish you well. I want to thank you so much for listening to this podcast. You mean a lot to me, and I hope I mean a lot to you. If you ever want to talk to me, actually I don't know the best way to get a hold of me. Find me on Instagram and send me a message on Instagram. I like going on Instagram. Just look up Wolv Official, WOLV Official. Obviously, from there you could send me a direct message, DM me. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I cannot wait to go into another episode with you. Thank you so much.